Hi everyone, this lesson video is going to be about how to make birds, and we're going to be looking at the art of Charley Harper, and he loves to make birds. And his birds are not realistic looking, they're more of a stylized type of a bird, and we would call it more abstract. So I'm going to set this aside. The first bird we're going to learn is the cardinal, and that was actually one right on the cover. So I'm going to put this over here and I'll show you how to start. You're going to get a piece of red paper. You need to fold it in half the long way, or like a hot dog. Now this next part you can do freehand, that means without drawing, or you can draw it. You would start at the top. We're going to draw like a teardrop or a raindrop shape. And I'm just drawing half. Then I'm going to cut this out. And I can certainly help you with this if you would like me to. That'll be garbage. And then when we open it up, there we've got this shape. But this cardinal is going to be smaller than this one. All right, so now what do we have to do? Now you're going to get a piece of black paper, and you're going to have to measure and look at, this is too big. This is the black part of the cardinal's face. So I've got to make that smaller. So I'm going to make a smaller square. Let's see if that fits. Oh, that fits nice because it stays within that shape. So it's a little long. I'm going to cut off that. And these are things that you have to decide as the artist. All right, now I'm going to round the edges. So I'm just going to round this one and round that one. Now there is another easier way to do it, and it's if you folded it in half and you cut it that way. And that way both sides are going to be equal. All right, now I have something to glue right there. After that, I'm going to have to get a orange piece of paper, and you all are familiar with that shape. That is a triangle. So just cut a triangle that you think is going to fit. And you might have to make it a couple times, but lucky me, I think that works pretty good. The last thing I have to worry about is the tail. And I'm going to get another piece of red paper. Let me see, this was my scrap. I wonder if I can use part of my scrap. I think I can. So I'm just going to snip this off and this off. And all I need really is another triangle. And then that's going to get glued behind like that. All right, I'm at the gluing part. I'm first going to glue the black face. And I'm going to put it right on the glue stick, rub some on there, and put this in place. Same thing with the triangle. I'm going kind of quick, I know. I'll pause the video as needed. Now the tail is going to go behind the bird. So I'm going to put some glue on it and then glue the tail behind. There. Now of course I have to add eyes, but I'm not quite there yet. So this bird, we can set him aside. Now let's talk about a bird, and I'm still going to use red paper, so mine will still be considered a cardinal, but you can use any color paper you'd like. And we're going to make a bird from the side view. So the first thing you're going to do is cut half of a circle. All right, so here's that. That's pretty good. I might trim this up a little bit. I cut one out earlier. I like a little bit better. So here's that. Then I can take my scrap and I'm going to cut out the bird's head. So I'm going to go up and over and down. Now it's a lot easier to make the head big and then make it smaller if you have to, rather than cutting a head that's too small. Now that can be the head like that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here, and that's going to get glued behind. Okay. Now If I had other colored paper here, I might choose another color, but I only have red in this lesson video. Excuse me. So I'm going to cut out his wing. Same thing, but a little smaller. And then his wing would maybe get glued like that. I'd cut a piece for his tail, and that would get glued behind like that. And I'm not going to glue it here. And then, of course, I'd make the beak and the eye, and so on. So these are two examples of ways that you can begin. Oh, I wanted to show you one other thing for the cardinal. So, oh, I already glued his tail on. Well, that's okay. You might want to make his wings look like maybe he's flying, so we need a circle. And we need to take the circle and fold it in half. So I'm really giving you ideas on how to complete your bird. Yes, a cardinal, but also if you want to do some other kind of bird, you are welcome to do that by following these instructions. So maybe this works better on the bigger bird. Look at, so a bigger shape. So these wings could come out to the side, like maybe he's just flying down to land on a branch. So here you have a couple ideas on getting started with your birds. These are going to be added into your landscapes.